Hi everyone, my name is Chisa Obwefi. This research examines Shin's online shopping platform and its digital marketing influence on consumer buying behavior. So I'll do a quick review and give a brief explanation on the following slides since the presentation time is short. Shin is a Chinese online store that was established in 2008 and owned by Krigzu in Nanjing. Consumer behavior is how consumers develop opinions and responses. It's how consumers perceive and evaluate products and services in their purchase decisions. Digital media marketing influence is the ability to create an effect that alters perceptions in order to initiate an expected behavioral response or evoke an emotional reaction in consumers. This theory sought to get a deeper insight into consumer behavioral pattern by reviewing consumers' perception, their expectations, and how consumers interpret satisfaction. The life course paradigm reviewed consumer behavior as customers' sense of judgment, their perception, what they expect, which is usually based on past experience. The crowdsourcing concept here, brands give room for an open call where consumers discuss their ideas in relation to products and services. Brands use this approach a lot, especially during or after shopping. They ask you for reviews or they ask their clients for reviews and better way to serve them. Then we have the reason action theory. This theory maintains that consumer behavior is based on some sort of reward consumers seek. Sometimes consumers shop not necessarily because they want to shop, but because they think their constant shopping gives them room to stand a chance or qualifies them for a reward, which could be cash prize, free delivery, gift cards, and so on. This is usually seen when brands are running promotional sales, and while other times consumers directly ask brands for this reward, which could be for brand recognition or prizes. All these consumer behavioral patterns, as stated by these scholars, were clearly seen on Shein online study. And then we have the consumer engagement. The consumer engagement is characterized by the number of likes, comments, views on a photo or video post. Literatures on consumer behavior explains potential factors that can influence customer engagement, which could be brand giveaways, discount sales, promotion, and customer emotionality. Then the one another thing is that the engagement platform is where consumers air their views and brands are exposed to real user evaluation, which could be positive or negative. And then we have the customer experience, which entails, it's just all about customer satisfaction or dissatisfaction. I like the way the scholar Johnston explains satisfaction. He says consumer perception, when consumer's perception meets expectation, the consumer will be gratified. So on the other hand, we have the purchase dissonance or buyer's remorse on which is about the dissatisfaction consumers feel after product purchase, which could lead to regret or refund. And then we have the culture of consumerism, which has to do with constant buying habit by consumers who desire to enhance their lifestyles and reputation. There are a lot of factors that affect consumer purchase decisions. One of them is the culture. Like I saw this factor play out in the Shein online market. In the comments section, there was a particular consumer that expressed her dissatisfaction about a dress Shein posted online. She said that particular dress was unacceptable in her culture because it was too short. And all of these factors listed here indeed influence consumer buying behavior. I deployed the descriptive method by using visuals to describe and analyze consumer experiences and their engagement in order to evaluate the influence of digital ads on consumer buying behavior. The ethnographic methodology is about understanding and discovering people's perception within a culture. It offers a transparent analysis by observing consumers' behavior at a neutral stage where consumers share their purchase experiences and consumption experiences unfiltered. This research used the CCT model to review consumer buying behavior in Shein online market and its marketplace culture to answer the research question and the sub-research question. The online study on Shein proved digital marketing ad did influence consumer buying decisions, which had a ripple effect on their behavior because their comment depicted the culture of consumerism, addictions, the bandwagon effect, low self esteem, and lots more. Data was sourced from the primary, which is the Shein image based Instagram, and from the scholarly reviewed textbooks and journals, which is the secondary source. Data was gathered using the inductive thematic analysis, and the total sample size reviewed was 1,046. Out of the data, 172 comments and 46 visuals were selected, while others were considered irrelevant since it digressed from my research topic. When I started this research, I came with a deductive approach mindset. I intended to find themes that would fit my preconceived code, but I changed this approach because the qualitative method was subjective. So using the deductive approach for my research would give room for social context and sampling bias. That would mean me coming to confirm my perception to you. But that's not the essence of this research. The rationale behind this study is to confirm if people are influenced by digital ads, or am I alone in this ideology world? So I used the inductive thematic analysis to minimize bias and let the data speak for itself, which it did because from those engagements there were emerging themes and codes in respect to my research question and topic. So my sampling focus was on the moderate and the highest number of engagements in terms of likes and views, which is a good yardstick, but was not specific enough to clarify doubt and determine the precision of the influence of digital ads, especially knowing people like or view for different reasons. For me, sometimes I like for real, and other times, especially when I haven't posted in a while, I like a post because I want the Instagram algorithm to know, hey, I'm still here. So for this reason, I focused on comments rather than likes or dislikes to clear assumption because comments are very precise and pretty straightforward. It doesn't leave me guessing. Some comments were written in Spanish and other languages, but thank God for the AI translators. So for my investigation on Shein online study, I saw comments that did explain the impact of digital ads, which were all represented using the CCT model. So speaking of the consumer behavior, one of the factors Diffrato mentioned amongst many others was the situational factor, which he likened to the current situation people find themselves in. This is true because when I relocated to Canada, without my family, life was something else. I don't want to go there. So I sought some way to stay happy. At that time, the e-commerce shopping platform was my best friend. I remember Colin Campbell in the literature review said the misconception about consumerism is that people think excessive buying brings happiness. And I'm laughing because I was caught in the very act, So I call it depressive shopping. When I'm sad, I don't eat, I shop. I've spent lots of money on it, but from my research, I can see that I am not alone. These digital ads really do have influence on consumer buying behavior with their strategic stunning display that gets you spending or buying again and again. Well, for me, I would say the online shopping platform, it's a hit and miss. Sometimes your expectations are delivered and other times you're dissatisfied. But then again, this digital ad persuades you to give it another chance. Thanks for listening. This is Chisa.